It's been a long time since Mafia series really grabbed me, but the old country had me hooked almost instantly. From the first cutscene you can tell this isn't about spectacle for the sake of it. It's about atmosphere, pacing, and pulling you into its world until you forget there's a controller in your hands. Set far away from the American streets we're used to, this one throws us into a coastal Mediterranean city, a place full of charm but also shadows. A place where a handshake can mean opportunity or your last mistake. But here's the question, does it back up that style with substance, or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Let's break it down. I've played the old country from start to finish, taking my time with every mission and soaking in the details. In this review, we're covering the feel of the gameplay, mission design, atmosphere, performance, and most importantly, how it fits into the Mafia legacy. And don't worry, no big story spoilers here. This is about what it's like to actually play it. The setting is one of the game's biggest strengths. This isn't a massive open world playground, and that's a good thing. Instead, it's a dense, believable city where every street and building feels like it has a reason to exist. You step into the shoes of Enzo Favara, not a kingpin, not a mob boss, but just a man starting out with everything to prove and everything to lose. You actually get control early, which I appreciated. No marathon of cutscenes before you touch the six, but a real hook. The moment you feel fully locked into this world comes about an hour and a half in, when the story really starts to unfold. That slow build works in its favor. By the time the game lets loose, you care about what happens next. If you're expecting run-and-gun chaos, think again. Combat here is calculated, ammo is limited, enemies hit hard, and rushing in is a quick way to hit the reload screen. I found myself actually playing my reloads, checking my angles, and treating every fight as something to survive, not just win. It's reminded me of what Mafia 1 and 2 did so well, making you feel vulnerable in the best way. Stealth is another viable approach. It's basic, nothing revolutionary, but when you pull it off, it's satisfying. Slipping past patrols, taking someone out quietly, avoiding a loud gunfight. It feels earned. And the driving? These old cars aren't built for speed demons. They're heavy, stubborn, and demand precision. Every sharp turn on wet cobblestones is a mini skill check. It forces you to think like a getaway driver, not an arcade racer. The world feels alive, but not in the checklist open world kind of way. It's alive because the details work together. The lighting, the sound design, the way the streets feel occupied but not overcrowded. Every district has a different energy. The wealthy quarter feels polished and untouchable, the docks are gritty and tense, and the back streets are where the real danger hides. This is the kind of game where you notice the small touches without them feeling forced. It's immersive without being distracting. In performance mode, it's smooth. Even when firefights get chaotic, the frame rate stays solid. Lighting is a standout. Sunsets feel warm and cinematic. A few minor hiccups here and there, but nothing that breaks immersion. For a launch release, that's impressive. Fans of Mafia 1 and 2 are going to feel right at home. This is a return to the series' roots. Tight pacing, deliberate combat, and missions that feel like they matter. It avoids Mafia 3's problems of giving you too much freedom too quickly, and instead delivers a more focused cinematic experience. No, it's not trying to be the biggest game in the room, and that's its strength. This is a game that's meant to be played with patience, enjoyed like a great crime film, and remembered for how it made you feel in those tense, quiet moments between the gunfire. For me, Mafia: The Old Country is proof that sometimes less is really more.